Imagine spending an entire day carving the perfect stone spear. Every strike has to be precise. Every chip could ruin hours of work. You finally finish it, proudly place it beside the fire, wake up the next morning, and it's gone. No footprints. Any thief. Any explanation. Now imagine this happening again, and again, and again. Your tribe begins blaming evil spirits. Hunters accuse each other of stealing. Elders perform strange rituals. Nobody notices the small pair of glowing eyes quietly watching everything from the edge of the camp. What if I told you that history's first great pranksters weren't humans at all? What if they were cats? Welcome back. Today we're traveling nearly 12,000 years into the past to explore one of the funniest what-if stories imaginable. A world where prehistoric cats didn't just live beside humans. They secretly sabotaged their tools, started endless chaos, and accidentally helped shape civilization itself. And before we begin, here's a question for you. If your cat lived in the Stone Age, what do you think it would steal first? A spear? A shiny stone? Or your favorite tool? Let us know in the comments. We read every one of them. Now, let's step back into the Stone Age. The first mysterious disappearances. Long before villages, kingdoms, and cities existed, life was brutally simple. If your spear broke, you might not eat. If your axe cracked, gathering would become dangerous. Every tool represented hours of exhausting work. Stone had to be collected. It had to be carefully shaped. One mistake could ruin an entire day. Nothing was disposable. Then one strange morning, a hunter reached for his stone scraper. It wasn't there. Another searched for his hand axe. Gone. Someone else's spear point had vanished overnight. The camp erupted into confusion. Children denied touching anything. Hunters accused one another. The oldest members of the tribe whispered about invisible spirits. Meanwhile, 20 yards away, a striped little hunter quietly sat on a rock. It blinked, licked one paw, and watched the humans panic. The first cat had discovered something wonderful. Move one important object, and every human becomes wildly entertaining. The greatest game ever invented. Cats quickly learned that humans reacted dramatically whenever something disappeared. One adventurous cat nudged a polished stone down a small hill. The humans searched for nearly 2 hours. Another dragged a scraper beneath a bush. Complete chaos followed. One especially mischievous kitten discovered that rolling spearheads in a tall grass created absolute confusion. Soon, every nearby cat joined the fun. Nobody needed instructions. Cats simply copied one another. Some stole tools. Others hid them halfway across camp. One particularly ambitious feline even carried polished stones into abandoned rabbit burrows. The humans searched everywhere except where the cats had actually hidden them. The cats couldn't have been happier. Humans blame everything except the cats. As days turned into weeks, frustration spread through the tribe. An elder stood beside the fire one evening. The mountain spirits are angry. Everyone nodded. Food was offered to invisible gods. Smoke filled the cave. Ancient songs echoed through the valley. The next morning, 3 more stone tools disappeared. Apparently, the spirits were still unsatisfied. Hidden behind nearby bushes, several cats watched the ceremony with enormous curiosity. One kitten accidentally sneezed. Every human looked over. The kitten immediately pretended to chase a butterfly. Suspicion disappeared instantly. The humans returned to blaming invisible ghosts. The cats silently celebrated. The human counterattack. Eventually, someone stopped blaming spirits. Instead, they solved the problem. One clever craftswoman drilled tiny holes into important stone tools. Leather cords tied every tool to wooden handles. Now, even if something fell, it couldn't disappear very far. The cats were horrified. Their favorite game had become much harder. Naturally, they adapted. One determined gray cat spent hours chewing through leather straps. Another learned to drag entire handles instead of just the stone blades. Some waited patiently until everyone slept before moving tools only a few inches each night. Slowly, quietly, almost invisibly, the challenge had become far more interesting. An unexpected arms race. Generation after generation, humans invented smarter storage. Wooden racks appeared. Stone containers were carved. Special places were created for every important tool. Organization was born. The cats refused to surrender. If humans stored tools higher, cats climbed higher. If tools were tied down, cats untied them. If caves became organized, cats reorganized everything. No side ever completely won. But something unexpected happened. Every trick forced humans to become more creative. Every invention challenged the cats to become even cleverer. Without realizing it, both species were making each other better. When mischief became helpful, then came a terrible winter. Food became scarce. Rodents exploded in number. The tribe's precious food stores were under attack. But so were the mice. Every night, the mysterious little hunters disappeared into the darkness. Every morning, fewer rodents remained. The humans faced a difficult decision. Should they chase away the creatures that kept hiding their tools? Or protect the hunters, saving their food? The answer slowly became obvious. The cats stayed. An unlikely friendship had begun. Humans still grumbled whenever a hammer disappeared. Cats still pretended complete innocence. But each side benefited. The partnership that would eventually create house cats had quietly begun. The girl who learned from a cat. One curious young girl noticed something strange. Whenever she placed ordinary rocks near the camp, nothing happened. But whenever she left smooth, perfectly shaped stones, the same spotted cat always carried them away. Again and again. Instead of becoming annoyed, she became curious. She started collecting stones that interested the cat. Surprisingly, those same stones produced the sharpest tools. Without realizing it, the cat had accidentally become her teacher. Years later, she became the tribe's greatest tool maker. Nobody knew where she had learned to choose the best stones. Only one silent cat knew the truth. The first team of professional troublemakers. As the years passed, the humans built a large storage rack inside the cave. Every important tool had its own place. The cats stared at the masterpiece. Challenge accepted. One cat distracted the tribe by chasing birds. A second climbed the rack. A third waited underneath. Within minutes, stone axes, scrapers, hammer stones, everything crashed onto the cave floor. The humans rushed inside. The cats had already disappeared. If anyone had invented security cameras, the footage would have been priceless.